Are you a home baker who's passionate about perhaps starting your cake business? Well, the first thing you need to do is create the name of your business. And if that sounds a little confusing or you need a little help, then you're in the right video. Hi, everyone. My name is Chef Letty, and today's presentation is all about naming your cake business. So let's get started. All right. So, why your business name matters. Okay. Picking the right name for your baking business is a crucial step many bakers usually don't put a lot of thought into. And what happens is if you pick the wrong name, a lot of things can go wrong in your cake business. So, picking the wrong name can impact your brand identity and also your market positioning, which those two things are fancy words for telling you that you're not going to make any money. Okay, so let me tell you how to avoid that. All right, you guys, there are 5 common mistakes to avoid, and we're going to go into them right now. So go ahead and grab a pen and a paper, and let's get our learning on. So, mistake number 1 is overcomplicating the name. While it's tempting to come up with a unique and elaborate name or a cute name, overly complex names can be difficult for customers to remember and spell correctly. So avoid using long names such as Kathy's, cookies, cupcakes, cakes, treats, and more. That is a mouthful. And if you have a name that is as long as that, most likely no one's going to remember it. You also should try to avoid misspelling the name. A lot of bakers get really cute, and so imagine being called Katie's Cakes or Sally's Sweet Treats. Notice both of these are spelled incorrectly. Cakes is with a K, treats is with a Z. What happens? It looks cute, but the dreaded Google algorithm will not recognize it as a cake or a treat. And so you won't get pushed up the Google chain to get your business in front of Google eyes. And that is a big no no. Okay, so here is my roll with it tip number 1. Keep it simple and memorable so that it's easy for people to find, remember, and share your cake business name. All right, you guys, mistake number 2, misleading names. Avoid names that don't accurately represent the essence of your bakery or perhaps create confusion about what you offer. Let me explain. If your business name suggests that you only make cookies, but you also offer cakes and pastries, it might limit your potential to different customers. Customers that are scrolling on the webs or on different Google sites looking for a cake maker are going to completely bypass Emily's Cookies, right? Because it's not what they're looking for. They're looking for a cake maker. All right. So here's my roll with it tip number 2. Make it straightforward, but keep it general. Don't niche down so much that you get stuck within a niche, unless you absolutely know that you're never ever going to make a cake. Then go for it. Call yourself Emily's Cookies. Okay, you guys, we're halfway through. This is the time where I'm going to remind you that if you like this content, you like this presentation, please hit the subscribe button. It gets really lonely being a YouTuber. And when no one is commenting or liking or subscribing, sometimes you wonder if anyone's actually listening. So please hit that button. All right, mistake number 3, not checking availability. So before falling in love with a name, be sure to check if the domain name for your website or social media handles are available. Now, too often, I see a lot of bakers in my Baking Business Academy absolutely forget to do this. And then they start building their brand on a name that is already taken. That's terrible. So here's my roll with it tip number 3. Perform a trademark search to ensure that there are no potential legal issues with the name you've chosen and that the name is actually available. And I got a sprinkle bonus for you. Sprinkle bonus, sprinkle bonus. So, my sprinkle bonus is my sweet success resources. So, go ahead and take a picture of this. This is three different websites that you can go to and drop for free the name that you're thinking about getting. And then in either one of these, whether it's Brand Snag, Name Check, or DNS Checker, any one of these websites is going to tell you. Let's say you want to call yourself Lolita's Fine Cakes. Well, Lolita's Fine Cakes can go and check out brandsnag.com and type in Lolita's uh, Fine Cakes. And then brand.com is going to say, guess what, girl? Your website is taken, or your Facebook name is taken, or your Twitter is taken. So you might want to consider naming yourself Lolita's Fine Cakes. Make sense? Yes, it does. All right, you guys. So, mistake number 4. Man, we are rolling through these quick and as can be. Mistake number 4 is trendy or time sensitive names. While it might be tempting to use buzzwords or trendy terms in your business name, these can quickly become outdated. So be very careful. So, for example, right now TikTok is hot. Imagine you are a baker on TikTok and you decide to open a cookie company and you're calling yourself, you know, Kathy's TikTok cookery, something like that. Kathy's TikTok cookies, right? Well, what happens in 3 years when TikTok might not be around? Now you're stuck with this TikTok name inside of your brand name, and that could be a pivotal mistake for you in the future. So be careful. Okay, so my roll with it tip number 4 is choose a name that has a lasting power and won't become irrelevant as the trends change. Okay, so mistake number 5, you guys, ignoring your target audience. Your business name should resonate with your target audience. If you're catering to a specific niche or a specific demographic, make sure your name aligns with their preferences and values. So, what do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. So, example, if you're aiming to be a high end bakery with luxury cakes or luxe cakes, you should not be calling yourself the Cake Depot. And you should definitely avoid calling yourself Bargain Bakes. Why? Because those words imply that your cakes are discounted. And so if you're trying to collect high dollars for a high premium cake, that name does not correlate with what you're selling. Make sense? Absolutely. All right, so let's roll with it. Tip number 5 is all about remember to use words that reflect how you want your client to think and feel about your brand. So if you're a luxe cake company, you might want to say premium cakes or Peggy's premium cakes. What does that tell anybody that reads it? That you are a high end baker and they're not going to get a discount at your store. Okay? All right. So let's recap what we have just gone over. And while we're here, make sure to hit that like button, you guys, so I know you're liking this content. I'm thinking that you guys are really going to love this kind of workshop where it's like all written out instead of me giving you a talking head. So, 5 common mistakes. Number 1, overcomplicating the name. Number 2, misleading names. Number 3, not checking availability. Number 4, time sensitive names. And number 5, ignoring your audience target market. So make sure you take a screenshot here, guys, so that you can have these when you're ready to create your name. You have something to reference. Okay. And remember, your name should reflect your brand identity, be easy to remember, and stand the test of time. So here are my final thoughts, you guys. Your business name is the first impression customers have of your cake business. Take your time, brainstorm, and gather feedback before settling on the perfect name for your home bakery business. This is Chef Letty, you guys, reminding you that I really appreciate that you watched, and I hope that you will subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.